What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Phil. I got my co-host with me, Sam. And what do we have today, Sam?
We have Eminem.
Eminem, Nail in the Coffin. We're coming to this one because Sam has never heard it.
I have not.
And the Benzino saga has percolated a little bit more recently again. And Eminem's got his album coming out now. When this is released, I don't know if it's going to be out. I know he's supposed to have a new single coming out.
Yeah.
When we're recording this one called Toby. So we plan on doing that one, but we got some scheduling conflicts that may arise. So we're going to get to more Eminem without a doubt. We're going to be doing the album, but we want to keep doing some more Eminem on the channel that Sam hasn't heard because she's not accustomed to everything, like you weren't accustomed to the Tim Westwood freestyle that we did last time.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. And this is new for me because I don't really know much about Benzino or that whole beef drama. So I'm a little bit in the dark on that one, living under a little bit of a rock. And
this is considered one of Eminem's best disses, right? Because he kind of just came for Benzino's head and definitely took a different approach. It was almost like Eminem had enough of dealing with this clown. That was kind of how the track came off. And nobody, I think, had really heard Eminem go in like this before, with so much venom against somebody. It's definitely not a track that needs a ton of bar breaking down. Like, we need to watch out for the double entendres.
Okay,
or the
it's more just like direct, like, I'm gonna destroy you. He
gets right to the point on it. And he's had his fair share of beefs, Eminem, between Cannabis and Eminem and Ja Rule and Benzino.
I feel like everybody's had beef with Ja Rule.
And so some of it, Eminem brings on himself by calling people out, and others it's, people putting Eminem's
Mariah Carey,
name.
his beef with Mariah Carey.
Yes, as another one. And some of them is from people putting Eminem's name in their mouth. And I think Benzino is one of those latter people that have said things about Eminem unprovoked. And that's brought.
So this was well deserved then.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into some of it during the actual song itself, but I think Eminem's whole deal with Benzino has been like, why do you keep talking about me so much? And it's because it keeps Benzino relevant in a lot of people's eyes. Yeah. So anyways, you're very accustomed to Eminem, but not accustomed with some of the beef, some of the time period, when we talked about.
Yeah, when did this come out?
This, I believe, was like around 2003, somewhere, early 2000s.
Okay, so I was also very young at that point. So
yeah, so you might not have been listening to
I wasn't
diss
into
tracks.
like beef diss tracks.
I'm a little older than Sam, so I was definitely.
You also got into this, I feel like, a little bit earlier than I did as well.
Yeah, I was definitely bumping this one hard when it came out. So it's one of my favorite Eminem diss songs for sure. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into Eminem, Nail in the Coffin.
This motherfucker, man. Oh, shut up, will you? Talking about I owe you. Bitch, you owe me. I'm promoting you right now. Yo, let's put the nail in this coffin.
I don't wanna be like this. I don't really wanna hurt no feelings. But I'm only being real when I say nobody wants to hear their grandfather rap. Old men have heart attacks, and I don't wanna be responsible for that. So put the mic down and walk away. You can still have a little bit of dignity.
I would never claim to be no Ray Benzino, an 83-year-old fake Pacino. So how can he hold me over some balcony without throwing his lower back out as soon as he goes to lift me? Please don't, you'll probably fall with me, and our asses will both be history. But then again, you finally get your wish, cause you be all over the street like 50 Cent. You fucking punk pussy, fuck you chump. Give me a one-on-one, see if I don't fuck you up. Try to jump the Rough Riders and they cut you up, and you put Jada on a track, that's how much you suck dick in the industry. Swear that you in the streets hustling. You sit behind a fucking desk at the source butt kissing and begging motherfuckers for guest appearances, and you can't even get the clearances, cause real lyricists don't even respect you or take you serious. It's not that we don't like you, we hate you, period. Talk about a midlife crisis, damn. Last week you was shaking Obi Trice's hand, now he's a buster? What the fuck's with that? Get on a track dissing us, kissing 50's ass and asking me what I know about indictments. Bite me, bitch, I got 2 cases and probation, fight me. What do I know about standing in front of a judge like a man ready to take whatever sentence he hands? What you you know about your wife slicing her wrist right in front of the only thing that you have in this world, a little girl, and I put that on her. When this is all over, I would never try to make her a star and eat off her. I don't know shit about no shopping rocks, but what you know about it, pop shops, rockin' spots, where you're the only white boy up in that bitch just ripping, pressing up your own flyers and your stickers, sticking them bitches up after spending 6 hours at Kinko's, making copies of your covers of cassette singles to sell them out of the trunk of your Tracer, spending your whole paychecks at disc makers. What you know about being bullied over half your life? Oh, that's right, you should know what that's like. You're half white. Vanilla ice, spill the beans and rice. I'm eating you alive inside. Jesus Christ, if you're that much of a gangster, put the mic down. You should be out killing motherfuckers right now. Kill a motherfucker dead. Kill him dead.
All right, we'll pause it there,
Sheesh.
and we'll run it back because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in here that you're wondering what the hell he's talking about.
I feel like you said, some of it is pretty straightforward.
Great wordplay, though. I mean, like, you can easily overlook his rhyme schemes in this and how he is still just killing it in wordplay. I mean, I mentioned Venom in the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. He's coming with that.
Definitely venomous in the way he's spitting.
Yeah.
But it's also venomous in the way he's delivering the rhyme schemes. It can go over your head and seem very simplistic from a song perspective.
Yeah.
But he's really diving deep into his pen as in this one as well.
Yeah, and I think this one too, like for him, this doesn't even have anything that's like a, like outstanding beat or anything. It's just like super simple. It's just the focus is on like him coming for this guy, basically.
Yeah, and I think Eminem produced this as well. So in the beginning, I'm promoting you right now, right? So some things don't change because Eminem is still promoting Benzino to this day, right? With more recent beef that they have.
Yeah.
And I think, some of this is funny because I don't know how old Benzino is now. I think he's like 58 or 59.
So he's got like
7 years, I think, on
Yeah.
Eminem probably.
True.
But it's just funny hearing Eminem say, like, nobody wants to hear you rap anymore. You're too old. Just retire, get out of the game. And now Eminem's 52 and rapping still.
but still doing it
Doing
well.
it fantastically well.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because Eminem was younger at this stage.
Yeah,
and
being like, who wants to hear a 50-year-old rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is the
this-
whole scheme of
yeah,
being
being
old,
like an old man.
grandfather, old, you can't even pick me up, you're going to, blow your back out if you try to lift me up type
I have
thing.
a heart attack. Like, yeah.
So put the mic down and walk away. You can still have a little bit of dignity. 83-year-old fake Pacino, Ray Benzino, nice compound rhymes in there. That's what he couldn't even, I think that balcony line is in reference to, because he mentions Vanilla Ice in here as well. So, like, there was a situation, I think, where Suge Knight was apparently, allegedly held Vanilla Ice over a balcony.
That's something Suge Knight would do.
And for royalties or something like that. Anyway, so I think that's he mentions Vanilla Ice in here as well, right? So please don't. You'll probably fall with me and Aras will both be history, but then again, you'll get your wish because you'll be all over the
I like
street
that
like
line.
50 Cent. Really nice wordplay, right? 50's all over the streets at this point with Get Rich or Die Trying. And, Benzino's trying to get a part of that. Trying to jump the Rough Riders and they cut you up and you put Jada on the track. That's how much you suck. So I think there was a beef backstage where Benzino's crew was there with the Rough Riders or something, and there was a clash that happened, and then Jadakiss obviously being a part of the Rough Riders.
Yeah. So you're saying you still put him on your track even though they didn't want anything to do with you, and you're just basically
there was a
kissing
beef,
ass
yeah,
at this
and
point.
I think somebody got stabbed or something, and even though they got stabbed, you still want clout. You're still chasing clout so much that you put Jada on the track because he's got notoriety, right?
Yeah. Does he work at the Source or something?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So he was, I think he was a part owner or CEO or something of the Source magazine, and that's why there's all this beef with the Source that started to pop up, and Eminem started to represent Double XL much more because those were the competing magazines at the time. But the Source was known for giving like mics, 4 mics, 5 mics to an album, and looked at as they had credibility for rating artists. So that's why when the Source started rating Eminem's artists like crap, he's like, what the hell is wrong with you guys type thing. You're just hating on us. You're not being,
like
giving
fair at all.
Exactly a fair representation. Obviously, again, real lyricists don't even respect you or take you serious. It's not that we don't like you, we hate you, period. Like, it's really, really nice the way he kind of emphasizes each one of these lines. Then you have Obi Trice here. I think Obi Trice is dropping his album Cheers, and at one point Benzino was like, oh yeah, it's sick, and telling Obi that to his face, and then a couple days later is saying that Obi's album sucks, and so he's just being the
Why is this guy so two-faced
person that a lot of people seem to think Benzino is. Whether that's true or not, I don't know him personally, but that's the going theme in a lot of the diss records. And then Eminem, I think he was going through his own, I think it was where he pistol whipped somebody. I think he talks about that in Soldier, where that's starts to come out. He starts to talk about some of the legal issues that he's kind of referencing in this here. And
Didn't he hit somebody with a gun or something in a parking lot?
Yeah, so I was saying pistol whip.
Yeah.
And that's where he says, when I pull it, who needs bullets? I'll just make you sweat bullets. That's the whole thing that he's talking about, right? And then he's talking about, obviously, his personal issues here, Eminem. Really nice, kind of talking about how, Benzino, I think, dissed him and said, oh, you don't know what it's like to have hardships or anything like that because you're white. And his response to Eminem is, what do you know about, trying to make it in the music industry when everybody hates on you because of your skin color?
Yeah.
And then it finishes it up with, oh, you should know what that's like. You're half white. Right?
Yeah.
Because he's saying, oh, you're criticizing me for being a white boy, but at the end of the day,
you're half white.
You're half white, so what are you talking about? And what did he say? He said vanilla ice in here, right? Yeah, vanilla ice, spill the beans and rice. And so
what is he, like mixed, like black and white?
Yeah, I think so.
Because probably he's talking about there, like beans, like black beans, and rice is white rice.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And so I think that kind of sums up most of what we went through. That clarifies things for you?
Yep.
All right, let's continue and do the second half.
Vanilla ice, spill the beans and rice. I'm eating you alive inside. Jesus Christ, if you're that much of a gangster, put the mic down. You should be out killing motherfuckers right now. Kill a motherfucker dead. Kill him dead, bitch. Shoot him in the fucking head. Go ahead, bitch. Slap my mom. Slap the fuck out of her. She can't sue you. She wouldn't get a buck out of you cause you're broke as fuck. You suck. You're a fucking joke. If you was really selling coke, well then what the fuck you stop for, dummy? If you slew some crack, you'd make a lot more money than you do from rap. You'll never have no security. You'll never be famous. You'll never know what it's like to be rich. Life's a bitch, ain't it, Raymond? Here, let me break this shit down in layman's terms for you just to make sure that you can understand it. Some Cannabis ain't using too many complicated fucking words for you. Here, let me slow it down for you so that you can understand if I say it slower. Let it go, dog, it's over.
I don't wanna be like this. I don't really wanna hurt no feelings, but I'm only being real when I say nobody wants to hear their grandfather rap. And old men have heart attacks, and I don't wanna be responsible for that. So put the mic down and walk away. You can still have a little bit of dignity.
Talking about I have motherfuckers calling your crib. Bitch, you ain't even got a fucking crib. You ain't even got a fucking phone. Fucking bum.
Classic Eminem there.
Threatening to shut me down at your little fucking Source magazine if I come back one you and attack you. Bitch, you attack me first. Take it like a man and shut the fuck up. And fuck your little magazine too. I don't need your little fucking magazine. I got double XL's number anyways. And y'all can't stand it cause they get bigger than y'all. Oh. And by the way, how'd I look on the VMAs? When you was watching me from whatever fucking TV you was watching me from in Boston. The mean streets of Boston. Fucking sissy. Think you got us scared up here, motherfucker. Suck our motherfucking dicks.
Censor's gonna be out on YouTube.
And for those that don't know, don't get it twisted, yo. The Source has a white owner.
So, I mean, the back half was a lot of Eminem talking. So the only other thing mentioned in here was, here, let me break it down in layman terms for you, just to make sure that you can understand us, and Cannabis ain't using too many complicated effing words for you. So Eminem had a beef really early in his career with the rapper Cannabis. I don't know if you're familiar with him at all. But the way he raps, he uses like, you know, a wide-ranging vocabulary of larger words.
Okay.
And a lot of people can't understand what the hell he's saying because it's so complicated.
Okay.
He was a great rapper, but that's
I feel
what
like you might have played him before, like from some freestyle.
Maybe, yeah. So he was really good. He just never really went anywhere because he was like overcomplicated for everybody
Like
to
going
understand.
over people's heads.
Yeah, and so that's what he's saying. Is like, I'm going to take it back to my original beef, the person who had beef with way back when, say their name and highlight at the same time that I don't want to make it too complicated for you, that just shut the F up and leave me alone and get the hell out of here. And, and so that's that Cannabis line there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what are your thoughts?
Well, that was good. Like you said, like, I feel like he just kind of came straight in and just went for him, right? Like, you know, like we said in the beginning, typically Eminem will try to do a lot of like be complicated in his own way, like not by using vocabulary, but the way that he puts things together. I feel like this was a little bit more direct, especially if you were at the time up to speed on like what was going on in the industry and stuff like that. Like this probably would have had a lot of impact, but still did a really great job at, you know, like making the rhyme schemes and the delivery of the rap sound really good. Like even when he said the layman's terms there, right? He said like layman's and then paused and then said terms to make sure that the lines lined up in the way that they would rhyme properly and with the cadence. Yeah, exactly. So like still obviously being aware of all of these things that make him unique to him, right? Which I thought was cool. I mean, I wouldn't want to be Benzino, that's for sure.
And so what do you think about this related to some of the other Eminem disses that we've listened to or you've listened to and the rest of his catalog? Like how would you reference between them and this?
Well, I mean, I feel like I said this is just really different. Like to me, this is very like direct and aggressive. I don't feel like that's really like how he usually does things.
Right, but I mean, like you know, we've heard Killshot, for example. We haven't done it on a channel before, but you've heard Killshot, and you know the way he's dissing Benzino versus the way he's dissing Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Is it like? Do you feel like? To me anyways, this feels like it's more personal.
Yeah, I mean, I think like also too, I said in the beginning as well, right? Like to me, this like the beat is like very low key. Like it's just he's literally here to destroy this guy. Like that's the whole purpose of the song. With Killshot, for example, it's like way more catchy. He's using a lot more of like, you know,
double entendres.
Yeah, exactly. Like to me, it's like he was actually trying to make like a hit song mixed with a diss. Whereas like to me, this isn't that. This is just like you said, like leave me the hell alone. I'm ending this. Like I want nothing to do with you anymore. So like I'm just gonna like come in and destroy you.
Yeah, I think it also reminds me of I don't know if you've heard it, but there are some songs where he disses Ja Rule, and one of them being Hail Mary, I think, that a bunch of them got on. And again, it's like you can tell that it's like much more than a rap beef.
Yeah,
it's
like a personal beef.
It's a personal beef between something outside of the wax component.
Yeah.
And that's what I get. Where you
more like dissing you as like a person.
Pardon?
More dissing you as a person than just like your rap abilities. Yeah,
and so that's, I think you can tell that in the way he's delivering it, the way he's rapping, what he's saying, and those, you know, I think that's why this at the time was like, wow, because Eminem was not playing around. It still had some of the, you know, poking fun and being a joker Eminem in there, but it was also complemented with, okay, like, you know, keep my name out of your mouth for real, bro. Yeah,
I think also too, though, like he was probably in such a different headspace in this time period of this and Ja Rule stuff. Like, you know, you mentioned to compare it to MGK, and like that's like almost 20 years later, right? So if you think of what he's gone through in his career, like he's become sober, he's like obviously older, more mature. Yeah. He's raised a child, or I think multiple children, right? Like and then also like going through decades of being relevant and having all these hits. So like he's played in a different headspace, right? Like here he's probably like more of like, don't mess with me. Like, you know, I'm here to prove myself. I'm like, you know, this is my turf, whatever. Now he's like, you guys are silly. You know what I mean?
Well, that was Eminem, Nail in the Coffin. And Sam got her first listen to one of the renowned Eminem diss tracks of all time. So let us know what you think about this diss track in terms of Eminem's catalog. We've done The Warning on our channel as well, and that's a great diss by Eminem. Really enjoyed that one. Not going at somebody in the same capacity as Benzino, going at Mariah Carey, as Sam mentioned in that one. But I really, really enjoy that one. So Eminem's got his catalog of diss tracks, clearly, and that goes back to his battling days way, way early on. So
I think it just also just shows his versatility, right? Like being able to do something like this and, you know, create a really fire diss track where he's like actually ripping somebody apart, but then he also can go and do something that's like super catchy and mainstream and be played on the radio and people love it. And then he can also go and do super complicated raps that are maybe not mainstream, but they're not diss tracks, and they just have like a lot of lyricism capacity to really blow your mind with that.
He's got it all. He ticks every box. So we've got Eminem on the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoy Eminem and want to subscribe. We'll have more coming in the future for sure with his new album on the horizon. Maybe this will be released before that. Maybe it'll be released after, but more Eminem to come for sure. So stick around, guys, and we'll see you in our next video.
Thanks for watching, guys.